The investing project is about helping ordinary people achieve substantial wealth without upending their everyday lives. The $1 Million Experiment is a real-time example of this project in action. And my foundational premise in leading this project is that I am not an expert in any of these topics. Rather, I'm building a system that weaves in other people's expertise and makes it possible for me, and you hopefully, to achieve tremendous results in a very short time. So remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't just blindly copy me. Instead, use this as a framework to integrate your own choice of experts that will help you achieve the results you want. Hello and welcome to the week 21 update for the $1 Million Experiment. This week in the trading space, not a whole heck of a lot happened. We ended up with 10 trades, 6 wins, 4 losses, and we made a net grand total of a whopping $52. Almost not worth showing up. So there was that. That was trading. On the investing side, we managed to write another $181 worth of put option premium, and we captured the full $59 that we'd set out to capture for covered call, and we'll be writing another one next week. So far, so good. We're actually well ahead of schedule on the growth engine side. And that's it for now. We'll jump in and look at the details in the spreadsheet momentarily. All right, looking at the details here, this was a pretty frustrating week. There really was nothing much going on. If you were watching, have been following the $1 Million Experiment videos, you'll notice there were no videos of trades this week. And the reason is there just wasn't anything that was worth showing. There were no great wins, there were no great losses. There was just a lot of back and forth activity. And you'll see here, just from the look of this here, I think we had, 10? We had 10 trades, 6 wins, 4 losses, and it just kept going back and forth. We ended up the entire week up $52, like big deal. It was a frustrating week, and I would have done better just to not trade at all. That's not true. $52 should be good, but it was like a lot of activity for very little output. Anyway, that was trading. The investing side, some more interesting activity going on here. First of all, we closed out the DRAM call that expired at the end of the covered call that expired at the end of the week. So we captured the full $59. But we also wrote 2 more put contracts, and one of them we basically said what did I have on here? Oh, SoFi. Yeah. So what happened with SoFi is we still had $10 left to go. We sold the $50 worth of put contract on July the 20th, which was due to expire August the 13th. But we'd already achieved 80% of it. And I decided that there was more money to be had by selling a CDE put instead. So I actually closed this out by buying it back for $10 and then selling the put that expires on, what day does it expire? August 21st for an additional $32. Oh no, sorry. I bought that back and I sold the IREN put and that one expires August 21st, for $149. There's a significant gain to be had by doing that. And I still had some money left over, which is why I then also bought sold a CDE put for an additional $32. So long story short, we sold an additional $181 worth of put premium while only giving back $10 on the one that we closed out. So that was, long and short, was a good deal. Now for DRAM, we closed that, or the contract expired out of the money, so we kept the full $59. I haven't written another covered call yet because I haven't had an update on DRAM yet since Friday. So I'm actually going to wait until the first positive day that we have on DRAM this week, and then I will sell another covered call for a week out or maybe 2 weeks out and capture some more money. So long story short, we're doing really well. We were supposed to be getting, let's look at the totals here. We were supposed to be getting $154, and so far we've generated $316. In fact, more than that. If I look at what I've just got here, come back here. We just sold another 181. So what I'll do is come over here and update this. Where are we at here? So August the 3rd. Did I write that on the 3rd? No, it couldn't have been the 3rd. It must have been later in the week. I think I did that on Thursday. There was an additional $181. So we've generated $497. And our target was 154. So we're doing very well on the growth engine piece. Okay, and so let's go actually look at our totals here. You can see right now that, as we've mentioned before, we'd met our month target, our month 5 target of 1,470. We actually blew past it. We got 1,951, and we met that target halfway through last week. And since then, we have managed to lose $608. What's right here? We've managed to lose $608 in our alternate account. That kind of sucks. It's been difficult, to say the least. Actually, the big problem last week was I was trying to trade on Fed Day. I was so stupid. Net of that, we'd be up $300. But that was just, anyway, live and learn. We have one more week to go in month 5. Let's see if we can recover some of the 608 and maybe even end positive. That would be nice. Anyway, that's where we stand at the moment. Now, if we go back here and look at our actual model here, we can see where we are. We're still chugging our way through month 5. And like anything that compounds, the early stages don't seem like they're making much of a difference. But of course, compounding is one of those things that the noticeable difference happens late in the cycle. So the plan, as I've mentioned many times, is that right here around week 39-ish or so is when we will have compounded up to $500,000 in the trading account. At least that's the plan. At which point we now start pulling out an income and putting a certain amount into the growth engine every single month, which is why this hockey stick activity happens right here. And they meet at the $500,000 mark around month 60, 59 or 60. And that's where we get to our $1 million target, while also pulling out $20,000 a month. At least that's the plan. And that's what the $1 million experiment is all about. Let's see how real that is. Anyway, so far, so good. Oh, just one more thing before we sign off. If you would like to download the exact plan and blueprint that we're using to drive the $1 million experiment, you can download it for free from our website. It's at theinvestingproject.com. The link is in the description. There's also our $1 million experiment YouTube channel where you can see all of the trades that we place as we place them.